Last time on the Power Within Shadow Dragon Association, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the SDA prepared to do a pickup mission for Luther. He wanted them to gather the materials he needs to power his Cybertronics. With Toby being the only one able to enter the shop, the rest set up as lookouts nearby. After Toby makes the transaction, Dog and Minji spot some real lads coming around the corner. Dog recognized these guys as Maelstrom, a hardcore gang of chrome junkies. The crew tried to make their escape before the group leader spotted Toby, signaling his gang that he was the target. A fight broke out between the two gangs. The Maelstrom make use of their extreme augments with alarming quickness. The SDA countered with squad tactics and extreme savagery. It was a tough fight with opponents unlike any they've scrapped with before, but they were able to overcome them. The question is, who sent them? What did they want? Did Luther set them up? Was it a coincidence? Does someone want to kill Toby? Let's find out. All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
70 days ago, you guys had a
unofficially
fight. Yeah. Outside of this world, you guys had a fight with the Maelstrom gang after picking up the mats for Luther. We can just say that you guys looted the Maelstrom and headed out, and you've headed back to your hideout, and you are now there going over your spoils. So there is the question of, if you guys remember, over 2 months ago now, you guys pulled off a vault heist, and you still have the treasures from that you have not essentially moved for currency, right? So I was wanting to do that as a one downtime action. So basically, whoever it is spends one downtime action, and then you get the you basically exchange those treasures for soul shards. So if you guys want to do that, you can do that. If you see here at the top right of this image, I have put like a crystals, soul shards inventory from what I believe you guys have. This
Nice.
is minus the vault income. So basically, if you guys do exchange that vault stuff, I'll change this one out. But I believe this is accurate for what you guys have now.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do for right now, just to keep it flowing, I'll do one downtime for that,
Okay.
and then we'll just hold off on the shards for a later date. We can do that like off screen. Remind me again, we get three actions during downtime, right?
2.
Or 2?
It is 2.
Okay, so one will be I'll be trading that in, and the other one will be leisure, so I can get actually, we've already done the Grox bounty. Specifically, what we're doing, that private eye investigation.
Yeah, I think the investigation was y'all's main target next, but outside of that, I don't think you guys had anything planned.
I kind of want to say save the Dikosi for later. If we can do the private eye and the Kulu, I think that would be fun.
Okay.
If y'all are down with that, because then I can do one towards the shards and then one towards the Kulu.
What y'all feeling?
Or I could just do it all together and play the whole damn thing by myself. Who is here?
Thank you, Mo.
Someone else say something, damn it.
I say,
Jesus.
wait for Mo to
Thank
stop
you,
talking.
Dakonga. I don't have to waste my down actions.
God
you
bless.
You get rolling, and we don't know when you're done.
No, he
I
clearly had an opportunity for somebody to hop in there. Don't blame him
Right,
on
I
that.
straight up paused.
Don't blame that
what?
man for that. So, all right.
I don't interpret it, though.
Minji, I'm
But okay.
assuming you want to fucking put in for your private eye investigation.
Correct.
So, yeah, if you want to do how many you want to put in that? You want to do 2 in that and 1 in leisure or something?
Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. And
See, I'm reading minds. All right, sick. Levi, dog, how you feeling? You want to do some private investigating and maybe a little bit of leisure?
That sounds right up Dog's alley. And if I can, I'd like to go with the Conga to try to make the deal for the Sukiya vote because it was my contact that basically gave us information. Right?
That is facts. That is facts. Yeah. If you want, I would say Dakonga, honestly, you do the Kuluyaku and then do a leisure instead of the shards because it does kind of make sense for Dog to finish out the contract.
Fine. So just switch that out then.
Yeah. And then also there's another question, Dog. Are you going to pay your the guy who got you the job?
Yeah, I'll pay him the what I call it, the easy amount. Like if it's easy as you say it is, I'll pay you a little bit more.
Gotcha. Okay. Copy that. So sick. So yeah, you pay him off. He's happy about it. He's willing to work with you in the future. So that would be 1, 2, 3. We have 1 open. Toby, you want to do one of the private eye investigations?
Yep.
All right. Do you want to use that other one for the Kuluyaku, or do you want to use that for some leisure, or what are you feeling?
Oh, that Kuluyaku. How far are we on that one?
So
I
Dakonga
got
would
1 in
put 1 in there, so you would be the second out of 4.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Next downtime, I'll turn my stuff into Luther or just at the arena.
Yeah. So we definitely have to basically the Luther like wrap up on that is sort of it's free. It's not going to cost you like downtime or anything. It's just really whenever we want to RP that. Which I mean, we could do that now if you want.
I mean, if you want to do it now, we can do it now, or we can get into some killing.
Yeah,
I'm ready to
let's
hunt something or investigation.
let's figure out everyone's downtime actions, and then once we do that, we can go turn in the stuff with Luther. So let's write this. Toby, he's got 1 investigation and 1 for Kulu. Minji,
how many did you did 2 for the private eye?
Yeah.
She's doing 2
And then-
investigation and 1 leisure.
And then Dog did 1 for the
1 for one for treasure and 1 for investigation.
Dog, who's the one girl you brought down to the arenas with you?
Oh, you talking about my girl soon?
Yeah, that was the only thing that wasn't in the recap is Dog taking her down there.
Did that happen last session?
Yeah.
No,
No.
it was like 3 or 4 sessions.
Oh, you mean in
before
the
that?
in the recap video?
In the recap, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I might have missed
there's
that,
a few no. I left that out. I left the like guy flirtations with
either.
Minji out. I sort of focused more on I would just say
Main
like
storyline.
SDA main story. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
I gotcha.
Yuko wants both in the Kula the Coup.
Copy that. So let me make sure we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, private eye investigation is full with that, and then Yuko is doing 2 in the Kulu, which will be full on that as well. Very sick, very sick.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. So
The Conga spends his
that's
time
everybody, buddy.
with
1, 2, 3, 4.
in his
5,
leisure.
6.
He takes them out for a long date.
Long data.
Yep.
Okay, 6. So those are full. All the downtime action is chosen. So yeah, you guys want to head down to. So here's the question. Toby, do you want to go see Luther by yourself, or do you want to take some of the gang? Do you want to take everybody? What are you thinking?
I would probably, we just got done with the mission. probably look at the crew and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go turn this in right away. Anybody want to follow? Or you guys kind of mad at me and you're just gonna head back to the to the house?"
I am not mad at you, but I do need to see my family.
Understandable.
Take care of yourself. I will see you soon.
This may be the last time you see me, Dakota.
Come here. Give me a hug.
Oh, hug. My little arms wrapped around your ankle.
You will be fine.
Oh no, I have so many questions now.
Oh, freak. Toby is a gnome, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taller than you, so I'm like...
That's why I'm hugging your leg. I'm on your ankle.
So D said that Yuko would roll with you, Toby, so you can at least have a angsty, silent ninja person rolling with you for a little bit of backup.
Ooh. Yuko, naughty
He
girl.
brought the real muscle with him.
Yeah, I'm bringing the real muscle with me.
Since Yuko's going with you, you're fine. I'm gonna go ahead back
Let's
to
just hope that
Makita.
let's just hope that there's not some certain hands in there, you know. Things
Facts.
might go a little crazy.
If you guys pick up what he's putting down.
Picking it up.
And I gotta meet up with Mala, so unfortunately, Toby, I'll have to catch up with you. But
Well-
give Luther my regards.
Your regards. I gotta find out if he's the reason we got jumped. I mean, he did warn me though. I mean, so maybe they weren't really after me. Maybe they were kind of more after his supplies.
Handle your business, Toby. We'll catch you on the other side.
I like how Toby could literally have a hit out on him, and the gang's just like, "We'll see you later, bro."
See you later, bro. You have a good one.
It's got literally the hit could have been put on him
I
by
got
Luther.
Yuko. I got Yuko who could go rage mode at any moment, and you know.
Right, like we don't care because Yuko will end anybody. We're like, you're fine.
You'll be
Yuko's
fine.
got you.
Problem. Yuko
I
will
really feel
end
like that's the truth.
anybody.
Like, we're just all like, don't worry, you'll be safe.
Yuko's gonna end anybody. I'm the closest one to her. She'll end me first. She'll put me
All
across.
right, all right.
She'll put
Toby,
me across.
if you want me to come, I'll come.
Oh, no, I'm not worried about it. Yuko's got my back, right, girl?
I would guess she says yes.
No, I probably.
Yes, you will be fine.
It sounds just like her. I
Yeah.
really thought that was her.
Did Deke just come back?
I'm trying to practice here.
Yeah, so Toby, you and Yuko head down to the fighting pit, and yeah, and you see Luther in his little VIP section, and he motions for you to come over. He's like, "How did the job go?"
Kind of with my Nomi little anger, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up on the table because the table's taller than me. Throw it up there with some little force and be like, "It sucked. I was hunted. Do I have a bounty for some reason all of a sudden, Luther?
I mean, you have no bounty with the Golden Dragons. Who attacked you?
I forget what were they called. What were their actual names?
They were the modders, right?
The mod. Yeah, they were the mod. The modder group.
It was the Maelstrom.
For the
Oh, thank you, Yuko. It was the Maelstroms. You know those mod-looking creatures that are always modifying their bodies. They literally rolled up as I walked out of the house, pointing at me, and they started charging me. So me and my team, we took them out, and I mean, we made it. I mean, we're safe, but I didn't like getting attacked for no reason. I kind of need a reason why I got attacked.
So he's sort of stroking his chin and listening to your story. And he's like, "Huh. So the Maelstrom wants some of the supply. That's good to know."
Is that a good thing? though? Really? Giving the Maelstrom your supply? I mean, are they already modded enough?
I mean, we can't really stop them from wanting it, right?
Yeah. I mean, not like I don't have to go to war against them by myself, right?
Ah, you're capable. It's good for you. It'll build character. Here.
What?
Capable. I'm here.
What do you mean build character? I'm at the bottom of the leaderboards here in the arena, Luther.
Whatever. Here is your reward. He pulls out a kind of like a tube, and he says, "The blueprints are inside for you to build your own. Here, use it wisely."
No joke. I'm looking in that tube right away. I'm making sure there's something in there.
Yeah, so you pop the cap on the tube,
Pop
you're
the
inside
cap
of
and
it,
kind of,
and yeah,
kind of
there's
shuffle it out a little bit. Just
like
as
you're
for me to
not
see.
you're not like a crafting expert or anything, but like it looks the part, right? You're like, I don't know if this
Right.
actually would make it, but it looks legit.
Right. And this looks like something legit. Maybe even maybe Dekunga can do something with this for me.
Yeah, hopefully he gets it all right for you.
Sama is really good when it comes to
I
building
question,
certain
I
things.
question your sarcasm in your voice, though.
No.
But on the other hand, I gotta get going.
Yeah, well,
Me and
Toby, just you did a good job. Just don't
if you need
disappear,
it-
all right? We might need you.
I was gonna say, if you need me again, let me know. Maybe next time. Maybe you send some of your own men to watch my back too.
No, probably not.
I mean, it was a mission for you though.
Yeah, you got a whole gang for that. We pay
A
you
whole
well.
game. A whole game. You have a whole enforcement. You have like 200-300 people on that department. We have 5.
Yeah, but
Okay,
we have
sorry,
bigger
6.
problems.
I forgot Maxie. Ooh, bigger problems.
Yeah,
Spill the beans, Luther. What's going on? What's the word around town?
it's on a need-to-know basis.
But I need to know.
I'm sorry, Toby. Our
Okay,
working
I'm not gonna
relationship
push
has
my
just
luck.
started. I can't let you in on everything.
I'm not gonna push my luck. I understand. Sometimes you can't kick the wall down. Sometimes you just have to chisel at it, and eventually
right.
it will fall.
Now, I like you, Toby, but you got to get the hell out of here.
Okay. You have a good one, Luther. Always a pleasure.
Stay safe.
Don't lose that #1 spot.
Never.
And I walk out. Come on, Yuko. Thanks for having my back.
Yeah.
Of course.
I kind of, obviously, as we're out of the area, I kind of take it out and show her just a little bit, and she probably can't understand it perfectly either, but maybe she can even say, she's like, no, I mean, this looks a lot more legit than what you probably think.
Yeah, you guys assume that
A little bit more confident boost, but maybe,
yeah,
maybe
you
not.
Think
Who knows?
You think it's legit. You think it's legit. So yeah, that happens. You get your schematics, your blueprints for the I don't know what I want to call it, dual summoning apparatus or some shit. Something like that. So yeah, that happens.
I go into the alleyway and I spin around in a circle like off of Zelda when you open up a chest.
Fuck yeah, sick.
Yeah.
So, is there? You guys were saying you wanted to fuck with the soul shards next week. You don't want to fuck with all the spending
well,
it right now.
Yeah, let's not waste the time.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys. If you look
'cause
at it, you have a
definitely
ton.
talk about that like off of screen kind of thing too.
Yeah.
Let me do a quick. Let's see. 2 CL4s. So that's 160.
Because we're definitely gonna have to get back into used to like looking at what we can craft and stuff like that before we actually mess around with that.
Yeah. How much XP are you guys at right now? Let's see.
A moment.
Yeah, just 30.
I thought that's one of the other things. Like we were saving the XP so we could get a full level up instead of
Yeah.
piecemealing it.
Because we're only at 30 right now.
Yeah, I'm at 30 as
Right.
well.
So if you guys were to use all of the standard shards for XP, you'd have 760 just from those soul shards, just the standard ones.
That's a big chunk.
So you're close to leveling from that. But
And
if you're
we've got
wanting
some
to
good
save
negative
them,
and positives for later too. So
yeah, that's the thing.
mean-
Is like you could use those ones for XP if you wanted, or you could save them for crafting because they'll be able to make you the different like elemental type shit. Like you could make a positive materia for weaponry or negative materia for armor, weaponry, and that sort of shit.
like later on, I definitely want to make a positive weapon for Minji. something cool with her bow. Like maybe it shoots off like light arrows, but that'll be for later.
You gotta have the
Sounds dope.
negative armor for when you go back to the towers, you know?
That too. That's
That is
part of the
true.
reason why we want to save the negatives,
Mhm.
just for that.
Mhm, mhm.
But for right now, like we'll convert all that stuff with dogs downtime, and then we'll work on the private eye stuff so we can like role play with that if y'all want before we get to the Kula Q, which will give us time for when Dimitri jumps on.
Yeah. So
Excuse me.
we're sort of good with D being silent on this for now. I'm sort of assuming that we want to do the investigation prior to the Kuluyaku.
Yeah, I think
Just
it'll be fun.
Yeah, just for transparency, this private eye investigation is going to be all RP. There could be like rolls and stuff, but we're not actually going to break out into combat, even if the role-played situation kind of feels like combat. It's actually just like a cinematic, if you want to think about it like that. So this part's just going to be RP, so even if you feel like, oh no, my person's in danger and I need to go combative, it's not actually that dangerous, so no need to panic on that. Just take that knowledge as a player, not as a character. But I just wanted to let you guys know that for this anyway. I kind of wanted to roll with that sort of feel. So the private eye investigation, Minji, you were contacted by an old friend named Song Lee. Let me pull her up. So Song Lee and you used to do some sort of small-time criminal stuff together as you were sort of earning your stripes in the streets. And whereas you broke off to make your own gang with SDA, Song Lee has kind of just been sort of a criminal mercenary doing small-time stuff. She never really wanted to go that big because she didn't feel like it was worth the danger, in a sense. So she's just kind of been enjoying her little small-time criminal life, right? So at some point she contacted you and asked you to meet her at her place of residency, and you know where that's at. You don't have to like do any research on that or anything, but yeah. So anyway, are you good with going and meeting Song Lee? Do you want to take anyone with you? How do you want to approach that?
I think since she had been a friend previously, always go in prepared for some shit to hit the fan, but I'm not really expecting much, right? Like, I just would go by myself.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect
it
an
to be
ambush.
okay. So yeah, it would just be me.
Alrighty.
Do you let us know?
I guess it would depend, like, when I got this information. Like, if
I
we
was
were
gonna say, yeah, like
if
are
we
we
were
all out
chilling
doing
at
our...
the hideout, then yeah, I'd probably just be like, hey, I'm running out
So,
to visit a friend
I guess-
later.
Just we can make this up on the spot. How do you think like an old criminal friend would like get in touch with Minji? Does Minji like does she make her presence available for people? Is she pretty hidden from the populace? Like, do you go to the same hideout sometimes and drink with folks? Maybe she met you at what the fuck's the place called? Da Sing Se?
Mashi say?
Mashi Se? Mashi Sao?
She saw. I was gonna say if anybody was gonna get a hold of me, it would probably be through Mashisa. I don't know if I would necessarily be there, although I'm there sometimes working. So
Sure.
like,
So maybe
we'll
she
probably
just left a
go.
message and was like, you know, when Minji's around, let her know to come see me. That makes sense?
So yeah,
Maybe
that
a
makes
little-
sense.
Maybe a little Tails person, like when we're all out doing our own thing. When I'm taking stuff to Luther, like when you're on the way back to the tavern, that's when somebody gets you and it's like, hey, come with me. So and so wants to talk to you. So that way you're all on your own.
Right.
I feel
I
like
don't
it makes
think I-
sense to like Minji to go check up on the trap house. That's kind of her baby anyway.
Yeah.
Totally my baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
trap
That's where I
house.
said I was going. I said I'm going to Machisa.
Cool.
Later,
So
Toby.
after Toby and Yuko go down to meet Luther, you're on your way to Mashisa, and you get there, and then just one of the workers, the probably the bartender, said that someone came by asking for you, and they left you this note, and yeah, it's just a note from Song Lee saying come to the house when you got time.
Yeah, and I would probably, since I'm imagining I'm by myself, I don't think I would like make a point of letting people know. And it's not necessarily trying to be secretive. It's just more of like, I don't feel like I need to run to the other hideout and be like, hey guys, I'm going to this place.
Yeah, and you have complete
Understandable.
confidence that this person would not set you up. Like
Right,
your
exactly.
guys' loyalty runs deep enough to where like you would never set this person up for gain, and they would never set you up. Like this person probably has the same sort of trust level as the SDA do, but you probably like in a trust level of like, I know they won't set me up, but not a trust level of like, I know Yuko's gonna fucking kill a person, right? Like you may not entrust Song Lee with the same sort of shit you would the SDA, but you at least trust her not to set you up.
Yeah.
All right, sick. So yeah, you head out to Song Lee's house, and you rap a tap tap on the door, and the door opens, and you see your friend Song Lee. She's like, "Please, Minji, come in. It's so good to see you."
Give her a hug, do the thing.
Do the thing.
Your tiny ass.
Do the thing. Yeah, your hug is probably like, I don't know, how does Minji gives hugs? Like, do you hug a shoulder? Like, is it?
Do you hug an
Okay.
earlobe?
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
no,
what
here's
is
what
it?
I envision, because she's kind of small. If I
Mhm.
don't know you super well, it's probably more of like a flutter. I know she can really fly, but like a little flutter up.
Yeah,
and a
RP wise,
pat.
you can fly. I don't give
Right.
a fuck.
Like little fly up, little flutter up, and land on the like not even land, but flutter up by the shoulder. One arm pat on the shoulder, flutter away.
Mhm.
If I know you really well, I'll probably sit on your shoulder and like hug your neck with one hand.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, you guys get through your greetings. She walks you into her little apartment. She's like, "Are you thirsty? Can I get you a drink?"
Good. Unless we're gonna be here a while. Are you having a drink?
Yes. If you have the time, I would. I have a problem that I'm hoping you can help me with, and it will probably be easier for me to talk through it if I have some wine.
Pour me some of whatever you're having, girl.
Thank you. So yeah, she goes to her little cabinet, pulls out a couple of just not like wine glasses, but kind of like mugs, basically, and just uncorks a wineskin and plops it up. She gives you a nice little fairy portion, Actually, she probably pulls like a shot glass for you, like a smaller shot glass that would be more like a full-size mug for Minji. So yeah, she sits down, and you can see like she takes some time to really collect herself. And she says, "Minji, I don't know if you know this. It's been a while since we've talked, but I had a lover recently that I've been with for some time now. Billy Park. He's recently died, or I can't prove it. He's missing, but I believe he was killed. And I have reason to believe he was killed by one of his coworkers. Billy used to work down at one of the factories in the docks, and he was a great worker. He was one of the best, and I think that rubbed some of his coworkers a bit wrong because they couldn't, everyone wants money, right, Minji? And Billy would get the best jobs because he had the best skill. But I think the others were jealous of the opportunities that he was given. So I think they killed Billy.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Are you positive that he's gone?
It feels like it to me, and I know that probably sounds stupid, but if he was alive, he would let it be known. And this isn't the first time that they've had run-ins. There was this guy named Rex who bullied Billy and tried to get him to quit his job, but Billy he was prideful, you know? He really took pride in what he did, and he wasn't going to be pushed out. And I think the idiot got himself killed.
You think it was this Rex person?
That would be my assumption. He sort of a bigger lizard folk guy who, well, he was a bit more of the alpha of the rest of the coworkers there, and he was really the only one that was in opposition to Billy. The other ones, they kind of would just let Billy do his thing because I guess they didn't have the balls to try to, you know, take the opportunities from him, but I think Rex was brave enough to do that.
Any other enemies outside of work? Nobody else that would put a price on his head?
Not really that I've heard of. Me and Billy, I mean, you know me, like, I don't really stay on the straight side of the law, but I don't think anyone would go after him to get at me. I try to keep it pretty safe, you know that. And Billy, I mean, we would talk about everything, and the only times he was stressed out or, you know, heard about stuff, it was from this Rex guy and the other guys down at the factory just making his life hell. He just felt, I mean, Billy, he was trying to do right by me and provide for us, and he thought this was really his only opportunity, but yeah, I mean, I just don't see how it could be anyone else, and the Golden Dragons aren't going to do shit. They know me. They know I have a rap sheet, and they know that me and Billy were dating, so they could fucking give two fucks about it. So they're not going to pursue it.
He's been missing
2 weeks.
for a long time to go underground and not have any sign.
Exactly. Too long.
Well, again, I'm so sorry. What were you hoping I could do for you?
Honestly, fucking kill Rex.
Without any proof that he did it?
Even if he didn't do it, it's
Fuck
just
that
worth
guy?
it for bullying. Fuck him. I don't give a shit. For me, it's good enough. You know this world isn't fucking just.
You're not wrong there.
I mean, if you are able to find some way to prove it was Rex, yeah, sure, it'll probably make me sleep better at night before you kill him, but I don't give a shit. You think you can do it?
I'll at least go down and see what I can find out and see what I'm up against. And yeah, you and I have been close in the past, and hurts my heart to hear that you were finally happy with somebody and it potentially ended up like this. I'm not gonna make any promises because, as you've alluded to already, sometimes life just doesn't work out the way we want it to. But I'll look into it.
If you could, I'd really appreciate it. And I don't think that this Rex guy really runs in any big circles. I don't think you're gonna be pissing anybody off by killing him. I wouldn't try to put that on you. I just, well, I think you've got the friends that could do it a lot easier than I do.
I'll see what I can rustle up, and we'll take a look.
Thank you. Sorry to put all that on you so suddenly. We didn't even get to catch up.
It's the thing that's been on your mind the most heavy. So No hard feelings.
Yeah, it's been a bad couple of weeks.
I bet so. I would like do my little fairy best and like squeeze her finger because I probably can't squeeze her whole hand.
Sure. She smiles and nods, like appreciating that gesture. You can tell that she's like really trying to hold tears back and stay composed. And she's like, yeah, if you do kill him, I'll be able to pay you. I've saved up a decent amount of money, and I wouldn't mind seeing it go to a good cause. So don't feel like you're going to be doing this for free. I wouldn't make you do that.
Oh, any of that now. Let me go figure out what I can, and we'll worry about what comes after.
I appreciate that. Just so you know, she kind of gets up, walks over to her that same cupboard, but goes underneath to a little hidden compartment, pops it, and then pulls it out, shows it to you. So I'd be willing to part with this. And Minji can kind of piece it together. You think it'd be about worth 1 CL6 soul shard, which would be 180 experience, 80 shards, which I think I'm going to change to gold because it's easier to keep the two separate. So 180 XP, 80 gold, or other crafting shit. But yeah, she shows that to you and puts it back. She's like, even if you do this or you don't do this, after this all blows over, we should hang out.
I would definitely like that. One last question before I get out of your hair. But is there anything about Rex that I should know before walking in?
In terms of dangers or
any dangers, any skills he might have, what he looks like would be great. Anything,
well,
the crew he runs with.
I don't think he runs with a crew. I think he's neutral. He is a bit larger of a lizard folk.
Lizard folk, yeah.
He seems pretty strong. He's more of a darker green hue. That's pretty much all I know about him. I don't think he has like any sort of intensive fighting skills that I know of. I don't think he doesn't run in any of the gang circles, but I wouldn't put him past him to be at least a little bit dangerous.
Fair enough.
Oh, also, if you want to start your investigation, it'd probably be easiest at the factory where they worked at. And she just explains to you where it's at the docks, so you can go there yourself. Is there anything else I can let you know?
I don't think I need any for now. I'll let you know what I find out, and if anything happens to happen to Rex.
Well, I hope for swift news and your safety.
Thank you, and I agree. Once this is all over, we should hang out.
That'd be great. And she gets up and starts walking you to the door. And then, yeah, if you don't want to do anything else, she'll just let you back out.
Yeah.
And you can go your merry way. Okay. So, you now have potentially this mission from Song Li. So, do you want to pull in some of the SDA crew? Does Minji want to go do this by herself? What do you think?
I think initially she would head back to Mashisa to kind of like mull it over, just kind of think about how best to attack this. I think her initial instinct with how the crew is right now would be if she's going to take anybody, she's going to take Yuko. However, I don't think, because it's kind of like a personal thing, I don't know if she would really want to like if Yuko happened to be hanging out at Mashisa, she might be like, hey, do you want to come look into this with me? But I don't think she's going to go get her, if that makes sense.
Sure. D, are you here now?
Yes, sir.
What do you think? Does Yuko happen to be hanging out at Mashisao?
Well, how long is this after she was with Toby? Like, would she have been able to get back to Mashisa?
I would
in time?
think that you would definitely. I would think the timing, like if you went straight to Luther and then you went from Luther and was like, all right, Toby, cool, we got our stuff. I'm gonna head over to the Mashisao. You could totally get there probably like even 15, 30 minutes before Minji.
Yeah, sure. I think she'd pop in to see if the boss was there, and then just hang out for a bit, maybe get a drink, and maybe was like actually heading out the door when Minji showed back up.
Yeah, perfect. So Minji, you arrive and you see Yuko kind of paying her tab. You gonna try to stop her to see if she'll come with you?
Yeah, probably. Or at least tell her, like, hey, this is what's going on. And give her the brief rundown, like, hey, this girl that I used to run with asked me to do this thing. She thinks this guy killed her boyfriend. She wants her revenge. I kind of at least want to make sure that he actually killed the boyfriend. If he did, then sure, get him. But I'm going to go look into it.
How high road of you?
I mean, it's a paying job there, Nathan. I can just take him out and get paid. No big thing to me.
This is why I love you, girl.
Yeah, I was excited to hear everyone's opinions on Yuko. She's the girl that gets things done.
If she's running along, like, Yuko is the definition of, like, get rich or die trying, so.
And
she just kind of shrugs. She says, "It's up to you, though, Nathan. Like, either way, I'll roll with you."
Yeah, let's go check it out. And let's be real, we're probably gonna end him because that was a big payout that she's offering. But Dog's got me all in my feelings about how I'm an evil bastard, so I'm trying to turn over a new leaf a little bit.
Yeah, good luck. You're about to go murder somebody.
street
I
justice,
said a
bro.
little bit. That's why I said we're gonna figure it out first. We're gonna see.
Speaking of Dog, so Dog, your little knoll ears burn a little bit. So I'm just gonna put you in the situation just a little bit. So you happen to be doing whatever you were doing after the last mission during this downtime. I feel like Dog would probably, if he caught wind of this, say he was, I don't know, hanging out outside Mashisao, I feel like Dog might try to tail him. You think that would be something Dog would do, Levi?
I don't think that his relationship with Minji is like his relationship with Yuko, where he'd be concerned about things that are going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he would tail. He would tail.
Even if Yuko's going there?
Now, he might tail Yuko.
So that's what I'm saying.
So,
So it's going to be, I'm assuming like Minji's sitting on Yuko's shoulder or some shit, but it would be Minji and Yuko walking out. And if you heard that they might be trying to go figure out if somebody killed somebody and then kill that somebody, is that something that Dog would be interested in?
Dog wouldn't go against the alpha. So,
Who's the alpha in Dog's eyes?
Well, so here's the thing.
Minji's the alpha for Dog right now. So,
But so here's what I'm suggesting. I'm not suggesting that Dog goes to try to stop them. I'm suggesting Dog goes, and then if shit turns sour, he's there to like help them out. He doesn't want them to get like in some shit that they can't handle. You know, that's kind of how like I would see Dog protecting his pack. But if that's not how Dog would do it, that's also fine.
you know what? I think Dog would. If it was like, well, it might be a little rough. I'll be there for backup.
That's kind of like that. That's how I view Dog's characters. Just like these young guys, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I gotta watch out for them, you know.
Yeah, I could see that.
So we see from the camera of our little anime, we see Yuko and Minji trudging out of Mashisao, and they got this look on their eye like they mean business. They're about to go figure this shit out. And then you got like Dog in the back hiding behind a wall, like tiptoeing around.
From like one shadow to the next.
Yeah, exactly.
I just got back, but since me and Yuko got back there, I'd probably honestly be just hanging out drinking and then watching them go out the door, be like, oh, they're about to go do something fun and dangerous. Drink.
Yeah, so good luck. I'll be here if you need me.
Do you need me to come?
Yeah,
You
I
want
don't
me
know.
to stay?
Minji-
Really
Like,
care for how like Toby got basically ditched by everybody but Yuko. Like Yuko's clearly just the most popular girl in the gang right now.
Yeah, everybody wants to hang out with Yuko. It's like, I
Minji's
saw you
just mad
stab
at
that
all
guy
the
last
dudes
time.
for
That was
no
cool.
reason.
Uh,
Minji ain't got no beef with Yuko.
no.
Yuko's my bestie.
That's right.
Exactly.
So yeah, with the duo of Minji and Yuko, with the trailer of Dog, you guys head down to the docks, and you find yourself at the factory that Song Lee described. What's your approach? Do you just do you want to kind of scope this place out from a distance? Do you want to try to just walk through there and see if you can fucking find Rex? You think you want to try to maybe eavesdrop on some conversations? Maybe someone's talking about it. Like, what's Minji's approach here?
Benji would not just burst in the door. The eavesdropping idea is good, but also like if there's just like on break time, if people come out of the factory and are milling about in the nearby spaces, act like I'm looking for Billy and see if I can get some info. Like if anybody makes snide comments like, oh, you don't gotta worry about him anymore. Like, oh, well, that's a good red flag that something really did go down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to, like I said, Dog has made her a little bit gun
Gun
shy
shy, yeah.
now. Like she can't just kill people for no good reason because apparently that's bad.
That's kind of disappointing, isn't it?
It's such a Dog is such a downer. But like listen in and see like if anybody happens, like if she says she's looking for him, if anybody has any information.
Yeah, so I think what you're trying to do is what's called gather information, which is a diplomacy action. So if you could roll me diplomacy, we could see what you kind of pick up on.
Yeah, let me get that pulled up. Not very good.
Not very good. Do you want to hero point that, or you want to keep that?
I'll
Up to
hero
you.
point it.
Can I aid her?
Yeah, if you want to roll it yourself, Yuko, we could just take whichever's better out of the two of you. I'm good with that.
Copy that. Oh, you said it's a diplomacy?
Yes.
Oh boy, she is not good with diplomacy. Never mind.
I mean, I was supposed to be good with diplomacy, and that was a shit roll. So
The rolls
Fine,
be
I will make
happening
things
like
worse.
that sometimes.
Sorry, Minji. Yuko's keeping her trap shut while she's doing her thing.
So Yuko, you don't want to try it?
No, I it's very low. I don't think I'd be any help.
Okay.
well, we'll just hero point it then.
Alrighty. You have
Much
see,
better.
very
Fucking
good, very good. So you still have one hero point left, I believe, because you used a
Yes.
leisure. So, if you get killed,
I
you won't
should have-
die. Haha.
I should have had 3, and now I'm down to 2 because I got
Oh, 'cause you
one
wrote a
for
little
my
thingy.
journal.
That was
Yep.
70 days ago. Okay, I don't remember if you wrote a journal or not.
I wrote a journal. I write a journal every time we play.
Yep.
So I
All right.
need that hero point for moments like this.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, you roll a very sick diplomacy for gather information. And yeah, so you guys are, you're sort of blending into the crowd, just kind of picking up on the talk of the town here. And yeah, it's people are definitely talking about like Billy got his comeuppance. It's so much better now that Billy's gone. Like everyone has a more fair shake. And yeah, with that incredibly high diplomacy, you hear whisperings like within these details that like, yeah, Rex is the man for what he did. None of the comments are just straight up like Rex killed Billy. But it definitely has that undertone for sure.
All right, well, then I feel safe making that assumption that
Like, fuck it, good enough.
suddenly her instincts were on the money. Like, this dude killed her boyfriend. We are gonna get this fucker because he messed with my friend.
Sure, yeah. So if you guys want to roll me perception checks, we'll see if you guys can like spot out Rex down here amongst the others.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
You
Clicked
good?
The wrong thing.
Apparently there's someone that needs to be barked at. So yeah, so it's not that you don't find him, it's just it takes you a long time. You guys basically have to, you know, cover a lot of the factory floor to find someone who you think matches Rex's description. But you finally do see the guy. What's your approach?
Would like try and end him in the middle of the factory. That seems like a bad idea.
Sure. Do you want to go
So-
with like the Grok approach, where that guy's name was? It was like, hey, you want to come talk with me over here?
Or even just being like, hey, I heard you're the big man on campus. Like, when you get off shift, I'd love to take you for a drink. I have a proposition for you.
So you go up to him and you start saying this. Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Jesus Christ.
You
On
want
a
a hero
cracker.
point that, or what do you? How do you feel?
Fuck no. I'm gonna run out of hero points before I can like save my life.
Can I roll as well?
Yeah,
For
of
that
course.
one? Give it a go. Not as good as Minji, but see.
That's
Okay.
yay.
All right. Yeah. So he's a little cautious of you guys, but he, yeah, Yuko, what do you say that convinces Rex that he should definitely go talk with you guys in the alley next to the factory?
Yeah, she kind of like brings up some of the product. She's like, you like to have fun, don't you, Nichan? Hmm? And you know, she kind of like gives him like shows him a sample of some of I forgot what we named it. But the shit we sell at Mashita.
drugs.
Moon sugar.
Moon
I think-
sugar.
yeah, you're right. I think that's right. I was like,
You
shit,
did it,
what
yeah.
did we call it? Moon
She's
sugar.
like, she's like, come on, Nichan. She's like, you got two cute girls here. You can get up to the alleyway, have a little fun,
What is this?
Just looking for a good time. You seem like a guy that likes to have a good time.
Oh, you've got me pegged, right?
Literally.
Yeah, show me.
Right this way.
So he's got on like a work apron. He takes it off and throws it, and he kind of is like, "I'll be back," and kind of walks after you guys. So yeah, you guys head back towards a little side alley, and you're doing your thing. Like how are you? What is the plan to assassinate this man?
I mean, I like Yuko's hit, where her head's at. Although I don't know if our moon sugar is an upper or a downer, so that might make a difference. But if it's a downer, get this fucker high and slit his throat. Like, that'll be easy.
I think it's
Yeah,
an-
sure.
Damn!
Let me double check. I think it's an upper. think it's a
I was like,
basic
if it's upper, we might not want to get it to him because then we'll have like a meth addict on our hands and they can be wild. We don't want that.
Nope. It's a downer. He's actually stupefied if he takes some.
Great.
Okay.
Yes. Get this man high. slit
Yeah,
his
so
throat.
like, do you guys
Well,
just try to
actually-
feed it to him, or are you guys gonna do it with him? What? Because
I think
if-
I would try and get him to do it.
Get some
Act like I'm
information
doing
from
it.
him.
But, like-
he would definitely want you guys to do it with him. He doesn't want to do it by himself. He's not completely stupid. He's like, nah, like, I'm not just gonna take some random drugs from some random people by myself.
Sure, Yuko would pretend to do it or try to pretend.
Right, exactly.
Go
I would
ahead
try
and
to.
roll. Let me see. Is that stealth or thievery?
Just don't inhale. You'll be all right.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna say it's kind of like palming an object. So basically, you're trying to do sleight of hand, essentially.
sure.
So yeah, if you wouldn't mind rolling me a thievery, please.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. So you how does one partake in moon sugar? Is it like cocaine that you snort? Is it like, what are we doing?
It's smokable. Let me see. Because yeah, you can eat it or smoke it, and so you can just kind of pack it into one of those, long pipes.
Okay.
So she's got one of those, packs it real quick, takes a big old puff, but just holds it in her mouth. She
Sure.
doesn't actually inhale it, and then just blows it out.
Gotcha.
And then hands it to him.
She pulled a Bill Clinton.
Exactly. So yeah, so he's like, hell yeah. He sees you take the hit, and then he takes the pipe. He takes his hit.
And before and then she's actually gonna be like, heard you took down that asshole Billy.
As soon as you say that, so make a diplomacy roll, Yuko.
Oh fuck, not me, no. No.
Yes, you. It has to be you.
Here, boy.
Okay, so he's starting to toke up, and you're like, I heard what you did to Billy, or however you stated it, right? You see, actually, let's see if you see. All three of you guys, Yuko, Minji, and Dog, roll me perception, please.
Dog just skipping in the background watching.
Okay, it's so funny that Dog's the highest, too. So yeah, all of you guys see, he tenses up when you say Billy. He doesn't make any actions, but like before when he was relaxed, now he's kind of on edge now. And he finishes up his smoke, and he kind of goes to hold it for Minji. Minji, do you like kind of float over to where the pipe is to smoke it, or what do you do?
I mean, yeah, I'm not as good at faking it as Yuko probably, but that would be.
Would you try to fake it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a thievery check. See if you can dumb luck this
No.
or not. Okay. Do you want to hero point that or no?
I just with a tiny inhale. I would be trying to imbibe responsibly.
Yeah. Of course. So do you want to keep that roll? I'll tell you right now, if you keep that roll, he's gonna know that you're trying to fake it.
Well, if I know I can't fake it, can I just like decide, fuck it? Yuko knows to get this.
You smoked
thing
enough. You got a tolerance level, right?
Hey, I should have a tolerance. This is my own shit.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you were wanting to fake it. Something will happen before you can change your mind. Like, oh fuck it, I see he's not taking the bait. I'll actually smoke it this time. So you can try to re-roll that if you want to. I'm not.
I don't think I'm gonna get any better. Like, I have one. There's not a lot of.
Sure.
Oh.
So yeah, so he's holding out the pipe with his left hand to you as you're kind of floating there, and his eyes are just locked on you. And as soon as he sees that like you're like faking trying to smoke this with him, he just he drops the pipe with his left hand and goes to grab you. And he's like, "Lies! It's a setup!" And he like tries to grab you, Minji, and he tries to put his other hand towards Yuko. What do you guys do?
Yuko's immediately stabbing him.
Yuko's going for the stabberoni.
She just goes full blade.
Sure.
She actually will do
The shadow step.
Shadow step,
Whatever it's
which
called.
a little bit of lore I forgot about that was that she actually disappears into the Ancient One's realm when she does that and pops out. Like she's actually going into that tar world and in and out.
That's spicy.
That
is
Minji
spicy.
plays mind games.
So yeah, so Dog, you're watching this from a distance. You see this guy's kind of grappling one-handed with Minji. Minji's trying to fight off the hand, and then you see him put up his hand towards Yuko, trying to sort of fend her off. And you see she just kind of shadow steps and then just appears within this guy's reach, jabs him right in the gut. But then Yuko, as you get your sword into him, he basically turns back his hand and just fucking grabs your throat. And so he grabs you with your sword still in him. He grabs you by the throat and shoves you up against the wall. And so you guys are just sitting there. You're starting to kind of choke out. You can kind of feel the blood rushing to your head as you have your sword in his side. Minji, you're still sort of grappling with his hand, trying to get it off of you. Dog, do you want to try to intervene?
From where Dog's standing, this looks like a drug deal that might have went bad. So, like, I haven't heard any of the conversation. I just see some of the expressions that they're making from where I'm standing. So I'm gonna step in. And not that I feel like I need to, but like, just to be like I happen to be a passerby.
Happen to be.
Just happen to be here. Yeah. So what do you want to do? How do you want to try to step in? Do you want to try to like knock the feet out from under him, pop his hand off the throat? What are you thinking?
Can I just give him like a straight up gut punch and curl him over?
Yeah, of course.
Punch the blade more into him.
So yeah, Minji,
Put in his
like
blade.
you more feel than see just the speed behind you rushing in as you see Dog just sort of appear and just whack, fucking punches this guy right in his kidney underneath his outstretched arm that's holding Yuko. And Yuko, the blood sort of rushing to your head and your vision. It's still pretty clear, but it's starting to get a little bit blurry. You know, a little bit more what's it called? Tunnel vision. You're starting to get a little bit of tunnel vision, and you just see this blur of just fucking this null mass that rushes in, punches this dude in the gut. As soon as he takes that kidney shot, his hand weakens up and he drops it down. And so yeah, you still have Yuko. You still have your sword in his side, and then Dog. Yeah, you just punch this dude. How you guys want to proceed?
Yuko's going for the next shot. She would just go to get that decapitate.
Sort of unsheath the sword and go for the decapitation.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, yeah. So like, I would think that like Yuko and Dog, you guys have been fighting together. I mean, shit. You honestly, you guys you still have the teamwork crystals, right? So I think Dog, you catch the Yuko's mind sort of projecting what she's trying to do. So like as she unsheaths her sword and goes towards the decapitation, Dog, you're perfectly capable of sensing that and then sort of ducking underneath Yuko's slice as she cuts through Rex's throat. And yeah, Minji, you the hands that have been grabbing you, trying to choke you as well, they go limp and you're sort of able to crawl your way out of them as Rex's body crumbles to the floor, headless, as all three of you are kind of panting a little bit in the alleyway there.
Nice job, Yuko. Let's get out of here before we draw any more attention.
Fuck you, Dog.
I'm kind of shocked by this. Like, We don't
Dog,
just
we
kill
gotta
people
go.
in the street.
You're right. I'll explain as we go. And actually, now that you say that, I kind of was a little rattled. And Yuko's who I expect to be here, and it's just now kind of registering like, oh fuck, Dog's here too, and I have to explain my ass. Okay, so told you, let's go.
You
Sit on
guys want
Dog's
to
shoulder.
you guys want to
Give him
harvest
a
the soul
pat.
shard out of him?
I mean, obviously, if there's time.
You go
I'm
with
saying if the guy's dead, like, like Dog's like, we don't just kill people in the street.
Let me grab this real
Not to-
quick.
Thanks for the save, Anarchy. We'll have to talk about it later, but we need to clean this up. People are gonna know that we took this guy out here, so we need to get him hidden away as much as we can.
Yeah. So if you guys want, you can roll some stealth checks to see if you can kind of hide his body successfully.
Sure. Like, what's around here that would be
I
like a
mean,
decent hiding spot?
you could throw him in a dump. You can try to drag him all the way to the fucking that little river that they have running through
Mhm.
the docks.
Is that very far?
Look, I don't want to cross any like weird lines, but I was reading about Knowles a couple days ago to like get myself back in the
He
spot.
might eat him.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they do cannibalism, so it wouldn't be weird for Dog to just be like, I'm gonna eat him.
It's not cannibalism though for him.
Yeah, it's not
Totally on
cannibalism. It's
board
just
with
eating
you.
lizard.
It's just you're just eating a big old crocodile.
Some fucking some croc
so
bites.
I mean, like if it's not weird for everybody standing in front of him, like I'll get rid of the body. Like,
Yuko would definitely
Think
cry.
it's
the fuck
weird?
out.
If you can see my
When did
fucking
we
face
turn
right
dark?
I mean,
like,
if y'all want
But-
to do it. So here's the thing. It's not impossible for you guys to drag this body all the way to the river for sure. You guys can dump this motherfucker in the garbage. Yeah, I mean,
like Dog
it's
eating
not
them.
crazy for people to go missing in the city. You know, like it's a rough place, to be honest. So, I mean, it just sort of depends on flavor-wise, however you guys want to get rid of the body. And, like,
Yeah, if Dog says like if we can just eat him, Yuko would definitely laugh at that. Like just actually crack up, be like, no, we can just dump him in this dumpster or whatever. We just need him out of the way.
well, we got to make it look like a drug deal that went bad, which to Dog it already does look that way. But, like, you know, sprinkle some crack on him. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I got plenty of the moon sugar here. We can make that happen.
so
And she will
is
dump
moon
him in a-
sugar
That's a
exclusive
trail.
to
That's
Mashi
really a
Sao?
trail. Yeah, that's
I was
really
gonna
a
say though,
trail.
if it's our exclusive drug, then I don't think we want that on him. I thought it was
well,
like exclusive to
Get some
us.
competitor drugs on him.
Yuko,
Yeah.
don't you remember those fake drugs those cheap drugs you got while down in the arena? Wink, wink.
Do a fucking Blaze in the Dark flashback.
Right. You got some of that Honam
What's our
drugs?
what's the Honam all day and just like scratch it on his chest?
Yeah, we can
Like,
say that.
I fucking hate Honam. Let's set it up to make this look like a Honam hit.
So yeah, like your guys' strategy was bring him out to do some drugs. Why wouldn't you have some Honam drugs to fucking? It makes sense. You guys could have it to leave it sort of as like a confusing thing for anybody that was trying to figure it out.
Do you want to do like a flashback roll to see if we have that?
No. Fuck. I like the story of it. It makes sense.
That's fine. Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, we got the imposter drugs.
It's so fucking funny. All right, sick. So yeah, you guys, you sprinkled your Honam dust on him, and you're walking away as you know Rex's headless and now soul shardless body is just sort of filtered away behind you. So yeah, you're walking back to the hideout. Minji, do you want to sort of explain things to Dog here, or do you want to? How do you want to go about that?
Literally, like I said, would ride on Dog's shoulder because again, he's gotten her head, made her question her life choices. And as we're like walking away, I'd be telling him like, "Look, I know this looks really bad. I know that you're gonna lecture us about how we don't just kill people in the street, but that dude murdered my homie's girlfriend, and she was real tore up about it.
Your girlfriend's
she
boyfriend, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, my bad. My girlfriend's boyfriend. And she was real tore up about it. She came to me looking for help because she figured I had more resources to handle something like that than she did. And to be honest, we listened around. Dude did exactly what she thought he did, and Yuko and I decided to some avenging. Maybe not the best idea, but as you like to say, it's all about family and about the pack. And I don't forget the people that have been good to me.
So I forgot to do this, but this was Rex. And these were the characters in this story.
He was a character in the story.
Right. Rex is now gone.
Oh man. So Dog's just kind of reacting. He's like, "Listen, Minji, I'm not questioning what you do as the boss, but if you're trying to make these moves, we've got to do these moves quietly. And just randomly killing people in an alley in a bad drug deal isn't the way to get that done."
That one might be on me, Anarchy. I'll be honest on that one. Bad call on my part. I knew better, but I just wanted.
We
to
might have all got a little caught up in the moment. I'm a little more emotional than I typically am going out on a job, and
people get killed every day.
It's hard for Minji to admit this. Y'all can tell from looking at her, like, but I appreciate the timely backup. And you're right. If we ever have SDA specific business, it should be something that we discuss together.
Yuko will kind of say, "Hey, what do you guys think? Us three, we need to hash ourselves out a little bit. We think we just go back to Mashisaf for a drink and a smoke."
That sounds fantastic.
Dog has like this toothy smile, like, "I always go for a drink."
I'll try to keep up with you this time.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you sort of broke it down to him as you guys were heading out. And yeah, you get back to Mashisao. Toby, are you still there drinking or?
Welcome back, guys.
So drunk.
Hell yeah.
I'm so glad that nobody's questioning, like, why was Dog even there?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It went.
It's done. That's all we can say.
What's done?
Good times.
Well, what'd you go out for again?
Went out for ramen.
I'm so glad that you spend so much money at our lovely establishment, Toby.
Does Toby get a discount?
Money?
Yeah, what does he pay up
I've
for?
been helping myself behind the bar while you all out. It's late at night. There ain't no bartender here. I've been my own bartender.
100% there is a bartender there. Mashisao is a 24-hour establishment, all right?
Gotta get
Well,
paid.
apparently I have a massive tab that I don't know about.
You
also
go just
probably
pass
accurate.
on back.
Hey, dog. Why are you covered in blood?
Toby.
And I like look down and I'm like, well, it's not mine.
Well, what'd you do?
We had a run-in with a lizard.
A lizard? Don't you eat lizards?
Usually, I guess I wasn't as hungry as I thought I was.
You ate him?
Not this one.
And then as I say that, I literally take, what's left of the last little bottle while there's like 5 empty bottles scattered around me. I take a drink of it. That's cool. Boom.
You just
I
passes
fall
out.
on the bar. Pass out right on the bar.
I look at Maxie and I'm like, gather him up, put him somewhere.
Toby Chan's a real card.
So yeah, you guys get Maxie to take
Honestly,
Toby
at this
back.
point, I think Toby's so drunk that he can't even Maxie's like gone. Maxie's just like poof. He gone. There ain't no helping him. Like poof.
He gone. So yeah, I would think that you guys kind of find yourselves up on this more VIP section next to the hot tubs. And yeah, you get your favorite drinks, you get your favorite smoke. And you probably sit down to have this conversation. So, how do you guys want to do that?
Yuko would she would kind of just get, you know how she is. She just get down to business as soon as possible, and takes a couple of drinks and says, "Look, Aniki, look, sorry I blew up at you the other day. All right, you're prying into stuff I didn't really want to talk about, and I'll be honest with you, I still can't talk about. I'll be honest, the way your pack head works, I don't get it. It's antithetical to everything I've ever grown up with. Giving secrets away, that shit got you killed where I came from. So I hope you understand. Like, I'll tell you the stuff when it's relevant, if that makes sense. I ain't trying to keep stuff from you guys. It's just my hope that I don't have to even tell you anything, that it'll be handled. But you guys will be the first to know when it's relevant. I hope that can at least be all right.
Where I'm from in Katapesh, I was raised by the pack. I wasn't raised by my mother and father. The pack is your mother and father, and I would hope that you would see me as your pack. I know that there are things that you non-pack animals do that don't make sense to me either, but I'm trying to forge a new way for myself. And I found that here with you and Congo and Minji and even Toby.
I agree. No, I'm
Toby snoring on the barn.
Yeah, I think Yugo would have brought him over to just lay him down on the cushion.
Okay.
she'd take care of him. She says, look, I just, it's a wild thing to me to have even the stuff I've shared already feels like too much. But look, the guys I'm going after, even knowing their name is enough to put you on a hit list. So I'm trying to do everything I can to keep you guys out of it. But the minute that becomes, maybe I'm not able to do that, then I need the help for real. You guys are going to be the first I go to. I hope you understand that. I'm not going to leave you in the dark.
In my pack, my uncle, he had secrets, and those secrets cost him his pack. When you dishonor the pack or do something to put them in danger, you're shaved and your name is taken and you're sent out into the desert to die. I have a problem with secrets because something that happened in my past between my uncle and my pack. So you see how it's hard for me to let secrets be harbored amongst my pack.
When you mention uncle, you kind of see her face twitch a little bit, and as you're kind of explaining it, she, just kind of like this really bitter smirk kind of comes onto her face, and she says, "Uncle problems. That's yeah, I get it. So it may not be something we can see eye to eye on, Aniki, but I hope you'll just give me the time. That's all I'm asking."
I'll try, but understand when I pry, it's not because I don't regard you as a pack member. It's because you are a pack member that it's hard for me to let you go on your own.
I understand. I'll keep it in mind. I'll try not to blow up so hard. And on that front, lay off Mei-chan a little bit. She's doing her best. You've been kind of hard on her lately. She just kind of chuckles as she takes another swig.
And when you say that, Minji kind of like takes her little shot of peach soju, like, pretends to cheers you across the table, like, yes. Be nicer to me.
And I hold up my two cups, like one towards Minji and one towards Yuko, and I say, The only reason I'm hard on the pack leader is because our alpha has to be the strongest alpha. I don't want anyone to challenge her.
Yeah, fair enough.
Really appreciate the backup, dog. I will admit sometimes you get under my skin, but that's how we all improve, right? Self-reflection. Here's to continuing to improve. And once again, hand in the air.
Yeah, you go.
And
Wolf.
I cheers with both of my cups.
Yeah, you go. Wolf. Throw the glass up. Family, all that, yada yada. You know the drill. Drink up.
Hell yeah. Very cool, very cool. Do you guys feel like you have hashed it out and you're good to kind of, fade to black on this?
I think so.
Yeah, let's get some Takonga screen time.
Let's do it.
He's gonna get bitched out by his wives.
No.
No.
Oh, he was good. He wasn't a part of any of that.
Yeah, but Takonga came home with beautiful new dresses. He said, "We are going out. We are going to see your cousin, Nomani, at the Lady Luck." Like literally closed out Lady Luck. Spent time with Normani. Drank, danced, had fun. Y'all probably see us when we're all like drunk walking back to the house. That's what we did.
I drank with
what is this?
So
Did you go on laundry night?
I was laundry night.
Oh yeah.
That's why we got back super late.
Okay. Sorry, I am adjusting the new Soul Shard inventory. I don't know, Minji, if you would like to RP the
getting a soul shard.
telling Song Lee if that Rex was taken care of or not.
We can if you want. The only thing I would say, even if we don't, if we want to make sure other people get some screen time tonight, I probably would have, because he's a lizard, right? I would have tried to take one of his scales to give to her as like proof.
You can if you'd like. I think she would believe you either way.
I think she would, but I think it's kind of like more of a sentimental, and Minji's just fucked up enough that if somebody killed her boyfriend, she'd probably want the trophy. Like,
Yeah.
here you go.
Fair enough. So let's see. 'Cause that would be this much, and that one would be this much. So, because the private eye investigation, I'm counting as a week's mission. Even though in fucking game time, y'all literally did it right after the other one. But there is a lot of stuff that happens because of that. So, week 3's mission was the private eye investigation. You successfully have taken out Rex and avenged Billy Park for Song Lee. You gained a CL6 soul shards worth of loot from her. And you also gain a CL3 soul shard from Rex's body. Just as an update now, that would be 980 XP if you used all of your standard soul shards for experience. So that is something to think about if you'd like to use those to level up. Also, some other bookkeeping for Minji and Dog. You guys have now, with that investigation, you guys have unlocked your unique powers. Let me make sure I've written this all correctly. Yeah, so Minji, let me grab this like this. Minji, this is your new superpower. It's called Boss Bitch Inspiration. So once per day, Minji can use her Boss Bitch Inspiration to automatically crit an Inspire Courage Linger roll As part of that, each friendly receiving this inspiration gains 10 temporary hit points. And then as we sort of level up and you do more boss bitch shit, you'll get new little unique buffs that go as part of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
That fancy.
For Dog has received Fangs of the Pack. Dog can use this power once per mission. When targeting an enemy with Hunt Prey, he gains these bonuses. Learn the creature's creature level and resistances. The target must not be more than 5 levels higher than Dog, which you guys will probably never do, but just in case like Dog's in a situation with the Ancient One or something, you would not be able to just get all this information. You gain XD4 damage per attack to the target, X being Dog's level, so at this point you get 3d4 damage to that target. And then at higher levels, Dog can grant the damage benefit to allies and some other cool stuff that he'll gain as part of it.
Ooh, swag.
Hell yeah. And then also, let's not forget what Toby has just achieved once the pieces are put together for him, which honestly, I'm not going to make you guys spend soul shards for that, since the Luther mission, that kind of was the reward. So you'll be able to just get this free of soul shard investment. But Toby received Chrome Duplicity. So now, Toby, you can control more than one Eidolon, and Act Together can be used for both Eidolons. You can like split the actions as you want. And then at higher levels, you can use Materia to enhance your Eidolons.
Well, I'm about to be a puppet master.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, so basically, I believe how I had it in my head, and remind me if I'm wrong, but when you use Act Together, if you did like 3 actions, then your summon can use 2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so with this, it would be, say Toby used 3 actions, it would be both Eidolons could each use 2 actions.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So you 3 now have your superpowers.
Ah!
Yuko has the first of her superpowers. And then, I don't know, maybe down the road, Dakanga might be receiving his superpowers here pretty shortly.
Dude, the Dakanga
Okay.
storyline.
Maybe.
We'll
maybe.
see who could
Wink,
say.
wink.
Yeah, so you guys all get that. You all get your superpowers. And yeah, you see there now the updated soul shard list, or inventory, if you will. So what are you guys thinking? Do you want to use that to level up? Do you want to use that to craft some shit? How you feeling?
I think we should level up.
Absolutely. Yeah, you said it was all the standards.
Yeah,
Uses all
if
the
you
standards,
use
what
all
level
of
up.
these standards, you will gain 980 experience.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just crank that out.
Let's clear that out and get you guys to, I believe, 10
Level
XP at 4.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. So
Okay.
it's been a while since we've done that. You guys want to run through what your soul shard consuming actions are? How do you go about that?
You already know I love doing that shit.
Yeah, go ahead. Dakanga, let's
I was
get you
waiting for
some
Mo to go
let's
first.
get you some showtime. How's Dakanga wanna do this?
I think officially, like today, because of like the celebration and stuff, like afterwards with the wives, they assist me in this one today. So we go down into Dikonga Shrine, which is his forge, and like he says the words under his breath, you know, and then like the forge illuminates. Like I said, he has the runes of not only the Dwarvish script, but the Elvish script of his wife's family running along, both of them on both sides of the actual anvil. I set the shard down, whisper the prayers for those who have fallen. Give me guidance, give me strength, show me the way. And then he pulls out his massive hammer, and then like he starts hammering the shard in itself, and then the scattering of the shards spread out, and then my wives are sitting there chanting and doing what they need to do during this moment, this ritual of the forge of the spirit, and it comes into Dikonga when he breathes. Every time he hits, the shard dust comes inside, his eyes start to illuminate, and he hits again.
So
Shattered again.
Sorry to interrupt that, but the realm that you go see your ancestors, it's sort of astral, right? Like we kind of went with that vibe.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So like this is now the physical aspect. So once the final hit and the shards like completely dissipates and it goes into his body, he drops to his knees, and then it's kind of like a trance, and he's like, and then like his eyes roll back, and then he's in the plains of his ancestors, and then like each of the monsters that he now has to, that they've vanquished.
Mm-hmm. You go to battle with them, right?
It's the battle now.
Yeah. So I could see, like when you were talking about you smacking the shards, I could see it in my head, like when they sort of break apart and you inhale them, I see them as almost like astrological, what do you call star formations? What the fuck's that called?
Oh, constellations.
Like I see like each one of them becoming like a constellation. Each time you shatter it, it's another constellation that you inhale, and then you do another one, and it's a different constellation, and it just sort of builds as like, I could see it to where like as you're inhaling these constellations, there's like this dark astral, like not sort of portal, but just sort of like this essence behind you of just like this black sky that's just filling with all these constellations, as like kind of like Dikonga's third eye is really just entering this different plane, you know.
And I like that, and I like to add on, like, you know how like in the Maori like heritage and things like that, the tattoos tell the story. Like in Moana, like Maui, his tattoos had like stories. It's the same thing. I like the constellations, and it tells the stories of the vanquished ones that I fought with, and that's what the imagery of those constellations are. But before, in the astral plane, the fight, if it is a fight, that's the other thing. If it is a fight, like this is that time where when he has his wives with him, they're now there with him in the astral plane.
Sure.
So he has his shield maiden right next to him, which is his dwarven wife, and then he has his spear one right next to him, which is an elvish one, and then like now he's lined up with them, kind of like in his own like spiritual regal armor, staring at these creatures before him. And it's one of those things where it's like he honors them, and that's so the first thing they do is like it's like the stomping of the smashing of the weapons onto the ground, and then the quick bow, and it's all like, you have given your lives, and we humbly accept them. But if you still have darkness within you, come, challenge us.
And I can totally see, like, you guys sort of know Dikonga's like material plane armor. I could see like Dikonga's astral plane armor being just like a more enhanced, like star luminescent version of it. You know, so there's
definitely
just, it's
got like
more,
the purpley, kind of like bluish, and like definitely.
Sick.
And whether or not they fight or not, you know, whether or not they fight or not, he embraces their pain.
Sure, yeah.
And he embraces their life, and then that's how he honors them.
For sure.
Yep. And then once he comes back out, his wives like sew in like the history into like a garment. It's like a stash almost. Another way to remind him that these creatures aren't lost. They're here within me.
You're sort of carrying their story with you now.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's fucking sick. Love it. All right, so who wants to follow that?
God damn.
What, Labs? What you telling me?
You know how Dog does his.
Dog's cracked out over here now.
He wakes up at dawn, and he has all his shards in front of him, and he uses the hilt of his Mambly to like crush all of them down into like small bits of dust, and then he lines them up with his Khopesh, and then once they're all lined up, he just does them like bump to bump, and like every time he inhales, he leans back and looks towards the sun and like reflects on his life.
Sure.
And as he's reflecting on his life, he can see the lives of the creatures that he just inhaled as well.
Yeah, you get little like memories that kind of course through your vision there.
But they happen so quickly, like it doesn't make sense to anybody. But like
Sure.
I don't even think Dog can make complete sense of it. But he knows
Yeah.
like in that moment that he's inhaled him, like that's somebody's life.
Yeah, no, it's like, whenever you smell something and you have a very vivid memory come to your brain for like half a moment. I think it's something like that where you kind of live it intensely for half a second, but then it kind of just drifts away. A little bit
Yeah,
of
then-
deja vu.
And then he just kind of shakes his head and goes into the next line.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's sick. Who wants to consume some shards next?
I
Min-
think you. Ooh, go ahead,
Merely
Minji.
Oh, go ahead. Yuko, go ahead.
No, I'm still filling out my stuff, so you go ahead.
I was like, mine's not nearly as intricate and like spiritual as everybody else. Like Minji basically has self-care night, and she goes and she lights the shards as like incense, and the incense that's coming off of them, like that smell, she breathes it in, and that's how she gets those new powers. And she takes a bath, and she does some
I was gonna say
skincare.
I could kind of see her like roping off one of the big spa tubs at Mashisao and
Like,
just like
100%
telling
Mashisao, she's
telling
got-
people to be like, all right, workers, like that area is blocked off. Don't let anybody up there tonight.
Right, like we are not doing anything here. She'd have the little like room dividers up so nobody can interrupt her,
Yeah,
and just do like a whole night of self-care
sure.
with a big incense bowl basically of the shards, and breathing that in, and like I said, bath time and skincare time, and
Yeah.
we might put a little mask on our hair to get it nice and shiny, and just feeling real good when we walk out.
Hell yeah, and yeah, it doesn't have to be as spiritual as some people does. It's unique to each person, right? So very cool. Yuko, you got yours figured out?
Yeah, I think she would actually go and see her friend Jingyi at his little tattoo shop, and get that mess mashed down into an ink and tat it on her. And it's a little bit of both of like it's not a heavy meditation, but they do both kind of like have to concentrate on it
Yeah,
to like she's got a kind of in line with how with both Dog and Dekonga, how the spirits are still there, but again she is more forceful in like subduing them
yeah.
instead of like working with them. She's like, no, you're under my control now.
Yeah, no, I
kind of a
get
thing.
that. Like you're totally subduing them into being quiet, whereas Dekonga's like, I'm honoring your spirit with this fight.
Right. She's much harsher about it.
Yeah. Very cool. Do you have any like particular tattoo design that you're getting done with this one, or?
Well, it was I don't have the picture on this phone anymore. But it was something that Maggie had sent a long time ago. I'll see if I can find it on my old phone. But I can't remember what it looked like. It was cool though. That's all I remember.
Was it a drawing that she put in the chat?
Yeah, it was in the group chat.
Okay.
But it was from, this was like from October or September.
Over 70 days ago.
A while ago.
we could try to find it some other time, but yeah, cool. We'll see.
It was cool, so.
Fuck yeah. Is Mr. Toby back? I take that as a no. I forgot what Toby did for his. But now that you guys have partaken in your shards, you guys are all now level 4. Congratulations. About damn time. Very cool. So yeah, you guys are level 4. You do have all of your week 4 downtime actions still. The Kuluyaku is already full, even though I haven't filled it up on the image there. But Kuluyaku is invested in. Basically, the only things that you have left for this month is the Dikosi mission, which will push into next month. You could invest all 4 in that right now, and then do that mission in the High Sun month, and then do Kuluyaku next month. However you guys want to do that, those will probably be your next 2 missions. But you can use some actions to remove the Tsukiyo heat. You can use your actions for leisure or crafting, however you guys want to do it. But yeah, what are you guys thinking?
Well, we got the Yaku ready to go. Do you guys just want to go and do that?
Well,
I mean, if it's ready to go, I'm down for it.
I will admit, the Kuluyaku is not ready. Also, we only have 15 minutes.
Oh,
so
lost track of time.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not gonna worry about it too much.
Fair enough.
We would probably only get like 1 round through it anyway.
Right.
And so I'd rather come back to it fresh to start with.
So then what's our shards look like now?
So
Now that we've
everything
already-
except for the standard ones there. So you have 1 CL4 negative, 5 CL2 negatives, and then 1 CL7 positive.
'Cause
Also, has it
got-
been anyone's birthday in 70 days?
Yeah.
It has, hasn't it? Because that CL7 was someone's birthday. Whose birthday was that?
That was most.
That was mine, bro. October 5th.
So yours was October 5th. So has anyone had a birthday since then?
No, sir. I have not.
Mine's not till July.
Okay. So the next birthday, do you know Kyle's birthday?
It's March. No, May 25th.
No, it's March
March
23rd.
25th.
Okay.
I'm right
So it's
here.
sometime in March
I'm
or
right
May.
here. I'm right here. It's March.
So
I gotta pull up my shit.
all right, so we haven't missed any birthday soul shards is basically what I'm figuring out here. I think the next one's probably Maggie then. So get to thinking, Maggie, what sort of soul shard essence you want, since I think Kimo chose that positive one very intelligently. But yeah, Dukonga, you thinking about maybe using some of those other ones for some crafting, or?
Yeah, I want to start making the armors and stuff for people.
Seems smart. Smart.
And I also want to ask you about, so would it be dumb for me, because like I did take magical crafting as my 3rd level general feat,
Mm-hmm.
like because I want to start making other armors and weapons and maybe ammunitions and things without the shards, so we don't get the blowback. So like this can be off like offline kind of talk, but I want to know if that's even worth it to have.
So for the magical crafting that you have, you'll be able to make any of the other Pathfinder items.
Right.
But like power within specific crafting, it would not be
Soul
needed for
crafted
that.
for it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you can make all the other stuff if you want. Yeah.
And also, I can't see that specific archetype. Is it in here? Because I get another archetype feed, and I wanted to add those.
I don't think
Some
I
of them-
did put it in there, but let me do that because that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think this is.
Some of the
let's see.
stuff is like from other books that's not in the actual compendium.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Because officially, Dog has a special weapon. Yuko has a special weapon. Obani has one. Does Maxie have one yet? Is Kyle even back?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Then I know Maggie needs one
You hear
too.
me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay,
Now
yeah, I've been back. I thought we gave Maxie something already.
I don't see anything on his stuff because, like, on mine, I officially have the air materia on Obani.
Oh, it might have
we
been something we talked about doing next time.
We do.
Okay.
We have fire on Maxie.
That's right,
Yeah.
because we were talking about like the Ben 10 thing.
Yeah, we put a fire material on Maxie, so he's got that.
Thank you, Travis, for putting that on.
For sure.
And that's another thing. So I'm wondering, like, I know the short bow is cool for Minji, but I'm wondering, Travis, if there's a way, could I make an I know this is like 5th edition and stuff like that, and probably like 4th edition. But is there a way I can make like a cool implement for Minji that when she uses her spells, it does like an increase kind of thing?
An increase kind of thing. Like, what do you mean?
So like say let me pull up the materials and stuff like that. So say for instance, like Minji has got like this whole like chaotic like vibe to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like what if I gave her like an implement that's like a chaotic thing, so when she does spells, it adds that chaotic energy to it, so that regardless of whatever the spell is, it's like a it's kind of like wild magic in a way in like 5th edition. Like it'll add that extra damage, but there's like maybe there's something cool with that we add to it, like the wild magic thing, like something wild, like crazy could happen. Or it can just, it's like, say for instance, she does fireball with it, the chaos of it like does like a splash damage or some shit like that, and that's what gives it that extra d6 or something, you know what I'm saying?
So
Just in my head.
no,
The whole point is because like she's like, I get like you have like Minji has her bow.
Mm-hmm.
That's not her bread and butter. Her bread and butter
Yeah.
is her spells. So I want to make like,
I'm gonna say I'm loving the vibe that you're going for. I don't think that it would be something like an implement that would help her spell casting, but I think both of us can workshop something that will be helping. Let me pull up this thing she's about to get. So in her archetype now, she is going to get this thing called Lead the Charge. So basically, she's going to be able to devise a stratagem, and that's going to let an ally stride and strike something. So potentially, Dakonga can create some sort of implement to add some sort of like chaotic damage on top of that, you know?
that'd be I think that would be dope as hell. Like,
you know, so like Minji's sort of chaotic energy now allows Yuko to strike, but also strike with like a D4 of cold or some shit.
yeah, I definitely like that.
So yeah, I think we
that
can
too.
fuck around with something like that for sure.
Okay. Yeah, because I want, and I was thinking, because like Minji,
Honestly-
like you have like the kimono and everything like that, because you know how like Japanese women, even like the geishas, they have like those headdresses or the headpieces.
Right, yeah, the like cool little
Yeah,
combs
and even in like
barrettes.
the Korean like lady societies, they have like those hairpins and stuff like that.
Yep,
I was
yep.
thinking of making something like Dakonga was thinking of making something personal for her that matches like her ensemble, and then it has that energy, that chaotic energy, but it's like leadership personified in there. It makes you look a little bit more regal, and then when you do this lead the charge thing, it infuses that leadership energy into them, kind of like a warlord from 4E and stuff like that.
So kind of what I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking it would be sort of the same as like a weapon innovation that you would make for her.
Okay.
And so you would just use like a standard materia, and then we'd roll a 1d whatever it is, and whatever that is, it would choose the element, because there's however many different for materia, Let's see.
Yeah, you
So it'd
got
be
elements, and then you
1,
got
2,
like
3, 4, 5, 6. So it'd be a 1d6, and so it would be either acid, air, cold, electricity, fire, or water. And then once that's determined, it would probably be to start. We just use the same materia damage as for the other weapon upgrades.
and a 1d6.
So yeah, so like if it's a level 1 materia, it would add a 1d6 of that element. But same sort of potential burnout with that versus the other weaponry. Like I don't want it to be just purely better than say like Yuko sword or something. Like Yuko has to sort of decide if she wants to gain the benefit of the materia. There's also the potential chance that it could blow up, right? So I'm not going to say, Minji or Maggie, that whenever you use this lead the charge that you have to enhance it with your materia crown or whatever we want to call it. But if you choose to enhance it with that materia crown, you then would have to like make a roll to make sure that it wouldn't explode, basically. Or blowback, or however we want to call that.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to do that, I think that's fucking cool. Like, I love the
I definitely
the
like
idea
that.
of it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's freaking dope.
Very
Fuck yes.
cool.
Yeah, that's something definitely. Like Dekonga does, he's doing it in secret, kind of thing, because he wants to surprise her.
Sure. So, like, I can see, like, we see Dekonga in his forge, like, hammering out this sick-looking, like, geisha crown, and we can kind of piece together. There's a little slot that's going to be where the materia goes. You just don't have that materia yet.
Yeah, it's. Hold on, I'm trying to think, cause like, I want it to be something with like the dragon, and kind of I'm thinking of like because Minji has. I'm trying to look at Minji's picture, and Minji has like a lot of like pinks and purples and things like that. So I'm thinking that it has kind of like. Have you ever seen like white opal? Like it has that luminescence of like all those other
shit,
colors.
yeah.
Yeah, so like it's definitely gonna have like the opal with like certain things, and then like the actual stick that goes in your hair is gonna be like a perfect pearl that goes in, so that's gonna be something, and then like whatever the actual shard is will be like the heart piece of the dragon that holds there. So
Coming in with some heavy drip.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that
I'm-
sounds
I'm- it's-
amazing.
yeah,
I'm gonna be the
it's definitely gonna
bossest
be
bitch
like
on the block.
and then like it'll definitely have like the beautiful like threads that go down that create like kind of like how her picture is now. So it'll come down in thread, and then it'll like bloom out into like it'll look like a flower basically instead of a ribbon in a way. So
Sure. Hell yeah. That's fucking dope, man.
yeah, man. I didn't get enough action earlier, so I got to make it up for like cool shit now.
I feel you, man. Sorry about that.
No, that's good. Yeah, I had fun. I don't care.
Sometimes some folks are the main person, sometimes someone else is. Which
Fact.
honestly, I feel like I appreciate how y'all let me do that in SDA, because I feel like we are able to do that more so in SDA than I have really ever been able to in other games. Like, I like being able to toss around the spotlight to folks for certain missions and shit. Really cool.
Oh, no, I'm digging it. It's flown really well. So never feels like anyone's in the spotlight too hard or too long.
Yeah.
I
So-
definitely like hearing everybody's stories unfold.
Right,
Right.
so it makes it feel like they're more layered and more like real as far
Yeah.
as characters. It's not just, oh yeah, this fighter is super strong, they're gonna come in today and whop on whatever we're whopping on. Like,
Mhm.
I'm invested in all of these people.
Yeah,
They have lives and feelings.
I feel like the character development has been super rich and like super organic. Been really digging it. But that is basically our allotted time. So next week we'll be starting off with the Kulu Yaku hunt. I'll be leveling up Minji, but hopefully everybody else will have their stuff leveled up to level 4. Congratulations. And then yeah, we'll fucking fight this monster, and depending on how quickly that goes, if it's a whole session, then so be it. If not, we'll probably get into the Dekosi stuff.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm fucking ready.